Hi, everybody. You're listening to the Love Money Podcast, and I'm going to talk to you about student loans, give you an update with what's going on with student loans. Well, there's a lot going on in the world, and what they have not talked about is student loans, which indicates to me that they aren't even thinking about it. So, if you remember, before President Biden got into office, he promised that he would eliminate $10,000 worth of debt for every person who has student loans. So the update on that is nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing. So Congress was trying to get him to raise it from 10,000 to 50,000. That was a long time ago, and so since then absolutely nothing has happened. So that is what is going on with student loans. Now, as it pertains to um, other people have had their debts canceled. In total, there has been 4.5 billion in student loan debt cancellation, which has not applied to you whatsoever. You still have your loans. If you if you had loans in the past, you still have them now. But for other people, 4.5 billion in student loan debt has been canceled. So there's something called a public service loan forgiveness program. It was created in 2007. And this promise was to forgive student loans for public service employees. And by public service employees, I mean teachers, nurses, first responders, and service members. So there is a special program for public service employees, and it goes like this. Your student loans will be canceled after you work a job for 10 years and you make 10 years of qualifying payments. So this is called the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. As I stated before, it's for public service employees, meaning teachers, nurses, first responders, and service members. So it's 10 years on the job and 10 years of payment. Then after that, everything is forgiven. However, what they're finding is that 98% of people who apply to this program are turned down. That's 98%. And this is all due to bureaucratic hassles. So if you happen to be one of the 2% that um, applied to the program and was accepted, you worked for 10 years and you paid for 10 years and now your loans are forgiven, congratulations. But they're finding that 98% are turned down. So with the new changes, they are planning that 22,000 borrowers will be eligible for 1.74 billion in cancellation, and 27,000 will see 2.82 billion in loans erased. So this is a future plan, but we already saw what happened to the $10,000 plan. Nothing. So this is the future plan that they have, that 22,000 borrowers will be eligible for 1.74 billion in cancellation, and 27,000 will see 2.82 billion in loans erased. So far in total, for the entire population, $11.5 billion has been forgiven in student loans. Now, there are 45 million people who are in student loan debt, which comes to a total of $1.7 trillion. So $1.7 trillion is owed by 45 million people. So as it stands, this promise of canceling $10,000 of debt for every person has not happened. and no one is no longer talking about it. They're talking about the other things like the debt ceiling, the Afghanistans, the Haitians, anything you can think of, but not student loans. So there is something that you can do. You can refinance your loan, which would give you a lower interest rate and lower monthly payments. However, you do want to be careful who you decide to go with if you decide to do something like this, because in the event that loans are canceled, they are only canceling federal loans. They only care about federal loans. So if you have private loans, you're on your own with that. So when they talk about canceling student loan debt, they are only talking about federal loans. So you want to keep that in mind if you decide to refinance your loans, because what you don't want to do is refinance your federal loan into a private loan. So just be careful with that, what you're doing. Are your loans federal? Are your loans private? You should know the difference. Should take a look at the interest rate. What is the interest rate on these loans that you have? And keep in mind that they are only talking about federal student loans when they're talking about debt cancellation. So this is what is going on as far as the student loan forgiveness. As I said before, in total, they have forgiven 11.5 billion in student loans. And I'm pretty sure that the loans that you started out in the beginning, that you still have them, unless you're the one that took control and paid them down. Because nobody else is thinking about student loans right now. They're thinking about everything but student loans. So I just wanted to come in and let you know what the status is, what the update is. You want to look either for yourself or for your children. Look to see if you or your children, do you have federal student loans or do you have private student loans? Are you interested in refinancing? Then you want to be careful which refinancing tool that you use. Check and see what your interest rates are. And then you're going to work on paying down your student loan debt. So, this is the Love and Money podcast with Shakira. If you like this podcast, please share it with one other person. And please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, please leave a comment. Thank you for listening.